It is time. It's time for the Bandicoot. Oh yes. Crash Bandicoot. Alright. Let me make one small adjustment on my vertical stream real quick, and then we'll get started. How is everybody doing today? Just gotta put this right here. Yeah. Like if I what is that? Silver stars? 2 jewels. How you know? Clock that right there. Haha. Clock it because it's a clock. Oh, dude. I'm so funny. How do I rename this? There we go. God, I wish it were Crash Bandicoot time in Fortnite. But this week, I'm guesstimating that we're probably getting the shop trailer tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Wednesday. I think we're getting the shop trailer Wednesday. That's gonna give us a solidified date of when Crash and his sidekick Spyro will be in. All right. Unmute this. Very curious what that pickaxe is gonna be. I want it looks like Papu Papu's staff because there's like leaves on it, but I'd imagine there's probably a staff that has a lump of fruit on it. Like a part of it looks like it has a bone in it too. I don't know. It's really. What's up, Saul? How's it going? That's sunshine, not warped. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's whoa, yeah, whoa. All right, new game. What's up, Vince? How's it go? I feel that. Feel that. I'm still sort of waking up myself.
Uka is free. No, it cannot be. Evil, great evil has come. None have dared to fail to break Uka even once. But you, Cortex, you have failed me twice. Great Uka.
How unfortunate.
It was that Bandicoot. From deep inside my temple prison, I sent you simple instructions to follow. But you lost the gems. You lost the crystals. And I have lost my patience. There is now no other power source left on this planet. I know we've had a few unfortunate setbacks. And failed. But since your bumbling has managed to set me free, I am feeling generous. There is still a way for us to amass the power needed to enslave this miserable planet. And this time, Uka will make sure that you do it right.
Entropy.
Many eons, my evil twin, Uka, has been freed from his underground prison. Long ago, I locked him there to protect the world from his malice. Now, free once again, he must be stopped.
I'm gonna take you
Children,
to the time twister that I know of.
and Cortex planned to use this time-twisting machine to gather crystals that lay scattered across time. I have brought you here to recover the crystals before they do so. To open the time portal, simply stand on a button and then jump into the portal. Good luck.
Thank you, Uka. Uka. Thank you, Aqua. See, I'm still waking up. All right. Crash Bandicoot 3. I don't know if I'm gonna go for 100%, but I will, like, do stuff that, like, you know, I'll collect stuff still. Not my favorite of the trilogy. It's a very good game. It's just, I don't know. It's a little weird for me.
Crash, crash, crash. Why must you always muck in my mud? Oh, look, I have a mask helping me, too. We will find out which one is more powerful soon enough.
Soon enough. If Uka Uka was free on the Fortnite island, I think Fortnite would just be doomed. Alright, here we go. Don't even know which level this is called. It's like Wiz something. I do like this theming, though. Theming of the level is very nice. The medieval theming. I've been seeing this person that's, like, doing, like, a port of Crash 3 for, like, a Nokia phone. I've been following them for a while. And, like, every single time I look on Twitter and see that they've posted an update for it, I'm like, dang, dude. This looks so weird and uncanny to just see it on, like, a really small Nokia phone. It's a very interesting project. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Another really cool thing that I like about Crash Bandicoot 3 is the little remixes that they do for each area in the bonus areas, because it's just very nice, very, very aesthetically pleasing. Probably my favorite bonus remix for level themes is the Egyptian ones. Having Uka Uka as a main villain for Fortnite would actually be pretty dope. If only. But unfortunately, I think after this season for Fortnite, we're never really getting anything like it again with another video game villain coming in and taking over. Or working with Gino. I wonder if Eggman's gonna backstab Gino in the story. That would be funny. What's up, son? How's it? Toad Village. But it looks like a U. Village. Is warp. How's it going, HH? Back, welcome back. Alright, under pressure. Pressure ticking down. 11, yeah, an hour behind Central Time. Dude, this is just it's a recurring thing. I can't stop it. What's up, MRP? How's it going? Oh, actually, I'm not gonna be just streaming this. I think once we get to a good stopping point for this, there's something else that I want to look into that is related to Crash Team Racing, and I'm just like I'm so excited to check it out because it looks sick. Sure, people may already know what I'm talking about if you've been following the modding scene for Crash Team Racing, but there is a really cool level mod out right now. I'm not gonna say what it is. I'm not gonna confirm what it is, but it's really awesome. The quote from RoboCop, "I'd buy that for $1." It sounds familiar. It's been a while since I've watched RoboCop. Are they doing another reboot? For whatever reason? songs reminded me of Terraria for some reason. I don't know why they're rebooting it again. I'll read that in a minute, Mr. Krabs. Bro, man, remember the time Cortex ate Rivet gummy edible? Ooh, fruit snack. All these squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle. Yeah, you know, actually seeing Cortex high would actually be pretty funny. These edibles ain't shit. Oh,
Thank you for the donation.
thank you for the $1. We will restart this level as requested. I thought that maybe doing something like that would make this a little bit more fun to go through. So if anybody's crazy enough to 100. Hype for Gamescom on Wednesday. I wish I could be hyped. Like, I want to be hyped, but usually when it comes to presentations like that, like, I try to go in with the lowest of all low expectations, because the past few years, when it comes to Gamescom, Summer Games Fest, and whatnot, like, I feel like I get my hopes up too high. Oh, shoot. Aw, dang it. But yeah, again, thank you for the super chat. What are some of my hopes? I don't really have a lot, to be honest. I mean, maybe we'll see some gameplay of Mega Man. I'm sure we will probably see some gameplay of Mega Man. Trying to think of what else. Because, like, I know, or well, at least it's assumed that Spyro's not going to be there, considering that Xbox doesn't have that in their lineup. But again, apparently Xbox has a few things that they're going to announce that aren't listed in that lineup, so maybe we'll get something for Spyro. I don't know. There's just not really a lot that I'm looking forward to this year in terms of game announcements outside of the stuff that we've pretty much already gotten. Just want something that'll surprise me. Something that'll make me go, whoa, I didn't expect that to show up. Oh, actually, you know, we might get some Crossworld stuff. I think Sega said that they're going to announce something for Crossworlds there, so hopefully we get some really cool DLC. I'd love a Crash Bandicoot DLC for Crossworld. Gameplay of Ocarina of Time. Is Nintendo going? Does Nintendo ever participate in Gamescom? I'm not too familiar with their representation sometimes. Yeah, they're having a sale at the moment for some of their titles, again, which is actually pretty crazy considering how many times those titles have gone on sale throughout the year. Like, I think it was literally just like a month ago that these titles were on sale. They've been doing a lot of publisher sales. Bought Yakuza 0 for Switch 2. Hope you have fun with that. I've heard that that version of the game really isn't the greatest version of the game, but it's still pretty nice that you're able to play it on the go with Switch 2. But I do love Yakuza 0. I love the Yakuza franchise. So good. So, I mean, I guess another thing I'm looking forward to, the Stranger Than Heaven stuff that they're gonna have there. I was thinking about it earlier. I don't know if I'll do Crash 4 It's About Time. But we'll see. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to doing it. Yee. But I definitely will think about it. Yeah, no, I know there's a couple of mods. My friend Dylan made a mod that has Crash over... I don't know. Was it Zaz? Forget who he put Crash over. And then you have Retro Crash over AI Sonic. I have the one that puts Cortex over AI Silver, so play as Cortex. Also done by my friend Dolan. The first Coco level. What? The upcoming games when it already announced that as demos, so it's likely not gonna happen. Who knows? Nintendo Direct. I think there were rumors of a Direct near the end of the year. I'm not sure who started those rumors. But I think I'm pretty much all right. I've gotten pretty much everything that I really wanted out of this year. All thanks to Deltarune Chapter 5. I feel like I remember this going much faster, but maybe they made it a little bit faster in Insane Trilogy. Ah, well. Like I said, I'm not going for 100%, so it's not gonna bother me if I miss something. I'll read that in a minute. And we did it. Greg Eagles should voice Aku Aku in a Crash Bandicoot movie. Yeah, I think if they ever do a Crash Bandicoot movie, they'll just get Greg Eagles to do it. He's like the only person that I can still see with the Aku Aku voice. It'd be cool though. Probably Rebirth eventually. I will be starting that up soon. I'm just getting through the rest of Kingdom Hearts before I dedicate my time to another full-fledged RPG. Shiny.
Get crystals and bring them to Big Colosseum in Rome. Crash, leave them for Tiny, or Crash get crushed.
I like how in Insane Trilogy he's just like, Crash, leave them for Tiny. It's possible, but sometimes Hollywood is very iffy because they're like, oh, we gotta have an all-star cast, otherwise people are not gonna watch this movie. So I think with Colleen, it was much easier to convince because obviously after the huge design change for Sonic in the movies, it became more apparent that they were giving, I guess, Jeff Fowler more control over what was going on in that movie, or those movies. I'm just glad that she was able to voice Tails and it wasn't like Tom Holland or something like that. Like, I'm fine with characters in video games getting voiced by whoever, I suppose, but like, it's always much cooler whenever it's the actual voice of the character. It'd be really cool to see Skylanders come out in some form again. I'm sure we'll see Skylanders again. Like, imagine seeing Skylanders in A Realm Beyond. I'm wondering if they're gonna do the amnesia approach for Shadow. Oh shoot, I just realized. Yeah, that's right. I'm a skilled Crash Bandicoot player. That's right. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. I'm curious if they're gonna do the amnesia thing or if it's just like a time travel thing and he just so happens to pick up a sword. Roll moves, the belly flop. Don't need no bounce crate. Physics are on my side. Another reason why I don't really like going for 100% in Crash 3 is just because you can already tell that it's going to be a huge backtracking adventure with this level being like the 4th level, and you have a red gym path and you don't even have the red gym yet, so... I didn't even realize I could get the gem there, but I did it. I wasn't even paying attention. Should voice Flame. I just think Hollywood needs to start hiring, like, actual new actors for some of these roles, because, like, if it's one thing I'll give the Zelda movie, it's that they've actually casted actors that I didn't even know existed. Like, so, while I'm fine with big names appearing, it just gets to a point where it's just like, okay, you know, you've got this person, the voice, like this character, this character, this character, this character, this character. Why can't it just be someone else for once? What's up, Cat? How's it going? God, these levels look so good on PS1. Like, the water textures here just... They don't need to look this good, bro. I will glaze all I want, because this game looks amazing. The glazing water. 2026 graphics could never replicate how great this looks. I know there's a lot of people that want a Bash remake, but I'm gonna be honest. If you go back and play Bash, please tell me why you want a remake of that. Because we technically had a party game with Team Rumble. We had Crash Team Party in Team Rumble.
Crash, Coco, store the pretty crystals. Tiny take them back in Gladiator Arena.
Like, no judgment if you like Bash, but I just, ugh. Every chance that Crash had at a party game absolutely sucked. You had Bash, and then you had Boom Bang, and Boom Bang is, like, kind of worse than Bash, but I think I would still play Boom Bang over Bash. The main issue with Bash is that it just recycles the same minigames over and over again. I'm gonna cheese this fight. Bum, 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 ba-da-da-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. So sick that they made Tiny look like a gladiator here. We could have had this Tiny in Team Rumble. We could have. I mean, like, Team Rumble, if that still had kept going, I'm sure we would have eventually gotten more stuff in that party mode that they had. It just sucks. It really sucks. Yeah, indeed, indeed. Go watch Coyote versus Acme. Acme versus Coyote. Very fun.
Well done.
Haven't seen it myself, but I will eventually.
Tiny, you have unlocked the gate to the next time travel area. Go back to the center of this time twister and save your progress if you wish. From there, you will see that the gate to the second time travel area is now.
He might leap quicker in Insane. It might just be the way that they animate him too. His animation might look like he leaps quicker. I don't know. No. All right, here we go. The Dingo Dial. Gee whiz. Yeah.
Why must you continue to be a thorn in our side?
I'm sorry, Mr. Krabs. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ.
Tiny was a good fellow. He hated everyone and everything, but a good heart nonetheless. Please be more reasonable with my minions next time.
Tiny's not your minion. He's Brio's minion. What are you talking about? Lord Decrepitsy. Luigi's distant cousin. This is the first time that I've played through all the Crash games in a long time, and I'm just now realizing they really do give you just a ton of Wumpa Fruit. They are very generous with the Wumpa Fruit distribution. So satisfying. Yeah, you can recognize Lex in a lot of things. He's also in Jujutsu Kaisen, I believe. And he's also in Miraculous Ladybug. The only reason I know that is because one time I was talking to a friend and she was watching Miraculous, and I heard Lex's voice. I was like, watching something with Cortex in it? He just does the exact same inflictions that Cortex has as that villain. Chicken! I wonder what became the obsession with chickens in Crash, the Crash franchise. Because, like, I think that started in 3. And yeah, there's a glitch to get the yellow gem early. But again, I'm not going for 100%, so I'm not really going to be performing most of those glitches. And yeah, Tag Team has a lot of love for chickens. And then they brought that love back in Nitro Fueled by allowing you to get King Chicken. I remember when everybody saw that chicken door with like the eggs in the Papu Papu Ruins area. And I was like, maybe it's a door. Theorizing for Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled was a game within itself. Oh, I'm missing one crate. That one crate in the bonus area. No, I don't think it's wrong to say that you have a soft spot for Enter the Dragonfly. I mean, Enter the Dragonfly, it takes a lot of what it took a lot of inspiration from Spyro 3. Like like again, like for Wrath of Cortex is very much like a very washed version of Crash 3. I view Enter the Dragonfly like a very washed version of Spyro 3, despite the playable characters. Or maybe it's more along the lines of a washed Spyro 2. My gosh, Pop love AI so much. Hate and also love AI. He has a hate-love relationship, I suppose. Oh. That reminded me of that one meme where it's like recreating the scene from American Psycho. He falls into a pit and he grabs Aku Aku. Just not possible. I was that close to the scorpion? Interesting. You'll live to see another day, Genie. Your first Spyro game along with Spyro Orange and Dawn of the Dragon. And that's another reason. Like, a lot of people will have a soft spot for games that they play first, which is perfectly fine. I should not have landed on that crate like that. It is a very fun meme. It's one of my favorites. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I forgot that I had the super belly flop. Can I get that extra life? Hold on. Might be able to. Yeah, that's right. That's right, baby. That's right. That's right. Super belly flop on the win. Am I a fan of Doctor Who? I've watched I watched a little bit of it. I don't remember all of it, but I have watched up until at least David Tennant's season. What's up, Ink? How's it going? 6-7. Yoink. But yeah, no, I've seen a little bit. The great mighty Uka Uka. How you doing, Legend? I'm gonna geek out and crash out. Look, one of the worst levels. One of the worst themed vehicle levels. Fucking hate these levels, dude. At least I hate them when I'm going for 100%. Yoink. Dun, dun. Bum, bum. The basis for Crash Team Racing. I suppose you could say that, yeah. If only it played like Crash Team Racing, I think I'd love these even more. bum, bum, ba-da-da-da, bum, bum, bum. Ah. Oh. Yep, no, gotta restart. No, I mean, Crash with the motorcycle is 100% aura farming, definitely. But, yeesh, these levels suck. When you're trying to go for 100%, these levels will become your enemy. I reset because I was in first place. You have to get first place to get the crystal, I believe. Um, um, frenemy. We must find a frenemy. Um, um, um. Dun, 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 dun. You got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. Yeah, no, that's it. Damn it. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. If I could make a Crash Bandicoot game, what would the plot be about? Good question. I don't know. I think I would definitely want it to involve entropy though. The entropies. Bring the entropies back. And I don't know. Like I really like like the idea of entropy being able to mess with time and change it in real time. Like I think that would be cool. Ouch. It would definitely be heavily centered around entropy again. Entropy and maybe entrance. These damn levels, bro. Now, that is one thing that I would say, though. For Crunch, I sort of want them to, like, bring Crunch back, but I want them to make him, like... Eventually, I want him to become an anti-hero. I want him to be reintroduced, but I want him to be, like, a bad guy. For a little bit. Like... feel like his redemption in Crash Wrath of Cortex is just too soon. I understand that he was under the mind control influence with Cortex, but I feel like Crunch should be a little bit of a villain for a little bit. Alright, this'll be the one. This'll be the one. Get out of the way, Slowpoke. Fresh, no, don't go off the cliff. It is no longer the one. Yep. And he was mind controlled again. Like, I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna bring in Crunch, for me personally, I would much rather him stay as a villain for a little bit before immediately transferring over to the hero side, just because, like, I don't know. I think it'd be interesting. And yeah, that's another thing. Like, if you brought back the elementals along with the quantum mask, I think that would be really fun to just have two, you could like have it to where Crunch thinks that he's supposed to be the hero. He's like a false hero, and he's using the elemental masks, and Crash is using the quantum masks, and then it's just the two Bandicoots clashing with the masks. Like, I think that would be really fun. But I do want Crunch to come back and be mostly a villain for majority of it. Like, give him a good villain role for 2 or 3 games, and then have him be like, oh, wait, you know, you're actually pretty cool, Crash. Let's go get McDonald's. Get the Caesar chicken wrap. I think I do remember hearing about that, yeah. You're not really late. We're on the second area of the warp room. We did see some of Crunch being teased in 4. Like, we had that one flashback tape that had him on the monitor. And he also, they had Crunch spelled out with the letters on the fridge.
Good day, mates. Dingo dials the name, and Uka Uka and Cortex gave me orders to bring the crystals to them during the Ice Ages. So give me the goods and shove off, or I'll roast yous.
Or I'll roast yous. Dingo Dial was my favorite back when I first played 3. I thought he was so cool. He's a freaking Dingo Dial. He's Crocodile Dingo with a flamethrower. I couldn't get any cooler than that. And then time travel became cool to me, so I was like, all right, Entropy's actually pretty dope. Dun, 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 dun. I also sort of have an issue with it, but I mean, like, I guess, you know, he took up the bounty hunter role with Cortex and he got beat pretty bad. So, like, it kind of makes sense that he would just kind of retire, but I do, like, I wish he sort of, like, kept his bounty hunter side gig going. I think he can at least be somewhat of an anti-hero, doing whatever benefits him the most. Dun. My opinion on Warner Brother and Paramount merging, I don't know. Maybe they should figure it out so they'd stop canceling shows that don't need to be canceled. Or shows that, you know, save shows from going into renewal limbo. Because that's what's happening with my adventures with Superman and Lois, or my adventures with Superman. I mean, like, that's what the show should be called, honestly. But yeah, no, figure your shit out, dude. I don't know. I think at the end of the day, no matter what happens, we're gonna lose. So if they merge, they merge. If they don't merge, they don't merge, and it's still gonna be shitty. That's my thoughts. I think all entertainment companies suck right now. Cause like, I mean, like, while merging has its benefits, like, yeah, you'll have like a whole ton of different things to look at on one platform. They've already stated that, like, they were looking to potentially selling off Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network to make that merger happen, if they needed to. So, like, or at least I remember reading reports that was something that they were gonna do, so. I think if they had utilized those extra villains more in general, that Wrath of Cortex would have been more interesting, because all they do with those villains is just neglect them to being in those atmosphere levels, and that's like all you ever see of them. Yeah. Well, that's because Adult Swim, like, I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know. It's because Adult Swim had more of a, I guess, a say in what was going on with Cartoon Network, or at least the president of Adult Swim did. I don't know. Warner Brothers is very against actual good animation. I don't know why. Get bosses familiar and new. The only bosses we got were Cortex and Gen Trophies. I'm sure we would have probably gotten more if that game wasn't, like, kind of obviously rushed to get out for 2020. Because, like, I feel like it's like, you know, feel like you can kind of see the aspects of it, because, like, there's concept art of, and I'm actually going to show this because it upsets me, because the trophies fight would have been so much cooler, because that's what I wanted the trophies to fight. They did something right. I've always imagined an in-trophy fight where, like, it's always like they sort of do it in Crash 3 as well here, just because he's a time lord or whatever, you know. As you're fighting him, time around you is changing, and, like, I thought this would have been the coolest fucking thing ever. Let me see if I can find it. Is it this one? It is this one. Okay. So in the beginning of that fight, you're going through the rail, and it's like going through time, and you have like all these, like, it really feels like it's building up to be the final boss fight, because you know, you just there's so, the build up in that fight is so fucking beautiful. Probably the best build up in a boss fight of all goddamn time, right? And then let me just copy as path. Gonna add this photo. Gosh dang it. Boom, 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 boom. Where is it? Is it in this one? This one here. All right. You see this? I'll put it up on the short stream as well. Hold on. You see how the level is, like, made up of different parts from other levels that you explored, and they were going to have 3 phases for this. They technically have 3 phases for it, but, like, as you got progressively closer to the rift generator, it would, like, change up how you would fight the trophies. And, like, I just thought that was such a cool idea. I said that I was gonna put this on the vertical stream, but I didn't. But, yeah, no, I just, dude, look at how sick this boss fight arena actually looks. Just taking all the elements from the different time periods and time stages that you know, went through. They don't do that in the actual fight. It's just debris from, like, the crater that they built the rift generator in. I don't know. I really love Crash Bandicoot 4, because, like, it really does a good job at positioning the trophies to be a much larger threat, but it's so short-lived once you get to that fight. Like, I feel like I start to enjoy Crash 4 less after that fight, because, like, that was what I wanted. You know, I wanted a big fight with the trophies, and they're just a measly 3 hits, and it's like, come on, don't disrespect trophy like that. The backstab of a century wasted. I wanted that thing to go down like in Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, where Nefarious is teaming up with Emperor Nefarious, but no. In actuality, Femtropy should have actually been able to defeat Crash. I'm just saying. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I'm sure that's probably where most of those inspirations came from because he does look like Jafar a lot. Like, and especially with the way that they designed the like Arabian levels in this game, I'm almost certain they took a lot of inspiration from Aladdin. Nice, nice. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Hold on, let me catch up on chat real quick. Talk about Wrath of Cortex would have been better if they had included new powers. I think the entire concept for Wrath of Cortex would have been better if they had just gone with what they originally planned for it. But I think the way that Wrath of Cortex turned out the way that it did was because Universal were like, no, 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 no. We want it to have the classic Crash feel. So they were like, no, no, no. So just use classic Crash as basis here. See, Alex, creator of Gravity Falls, actually joked about purchasing CN, and people actually wanted him to. Highly unlikely. Though his net worth is 2 million. Oh yeah, no, no, no. Being able to buy CN would cost way more than I'd imagine that it would be even way more than 10 billion. Better than a boss rush. Could you imagine fighting the same bosses with different playable characters? Entropy looks like him too, even if he's a little bit a lot like the Smurfs. Speaking of Ratchet and Clank, they need to end the Lombax storyline. We've been stuck on it since 2007. Well, if only Sony would take them out of the Marvel mines, you know? Only Sony would allow them to actually make another Ratchet and Clank game. Leaf blower. I mean, it's so weird because like it's I don't know. It's weird. It's weird how some of these like because like I get it. You know, flamethrower bad for kids. Why would you put that? You know, it's like one of those censoring things. But like, you'll give Pinstripe his Tommy gun back in CTR Nitro Fueled, so it's like always like a give or take when it comes to what is utilized. I mean, even in the DS version of of Titans, yeah, which is the only well, I mean, I think he appears in GBA as well for Titans, but in the DS version of Titans, he has his flamethrower, but they like colored the flames to be blue rather than orange, and it sort of looks more like a water cannon than anything. And then, like, I think I'm almost certain that the reason why they went with the vacuum design in Crash 4 is because I think when there was concept art that was showing Dingo Dial and Crash landed, he didn't have his flamethrower anymore because they were like, "Oh, you can't use the flamethrower." So they designed it around. I want to say that it was like a vacuum inspired like weapon that he was using in Crash Landed. So I'm wondering if they did look back at Crash Landed concept art specifically for that because I feel like I specifically remember there was like animation of Dingo Dial like taking one of the bandicoots, which are little small bandicoots, and like launching it out of like this vacuum thing. I could be wrong about that or misremembering that, but I think that is what happened. I want to say that was something that happened. One thing I wish Toys for Bob bring back is the Death Tornado spin from Crash 3. We did sort of get that with Akano, so I think that was sort of like the inspiration behind that rather than it being like a move that Crash can use, but it would be pretty fun to be able to have like him do the Death Tornado spin again. I don't really like what you unlock at the end of the game, like the what is it? Is like a triple spin thing that you have to do to get extra speed, which is fine, but I feel like just the speed shoes would have been better. Like I don't know. It is very interesting to change that. I mean, I guess it makes it more challenging and more rewarding to have the speed, but I don't really like it. I don't really like it that much. How come Ratchet and Clank was able to survive while Jack and Sly stayed on that generation? Probably because Insomniac like wanted to do more Ratchet, whereas you could see with Naughty Dog, they definitely didn't want to do more with Jack. And I guess the same can be said about Sucker Punch because they didn't want to do much more with Sly. And to like I think majority of the people that worked on Sly at Sucker Punch had already left, and the remaining people there, even though they because I remember there was like a vote that went public like maybe last year. They did a survey for the company to see which franchises people were interested in, you know, developing and helping develop, and like only 10% of the company voted for Sly. So like we definitely have that moment that we saw with Rare, which is why we've never really had a banjo game for so long because Rare just doesn't have interest in making a banjo game. And the way that Microsoft is they are very respective of the companies that they purchase, and they're like, okay, well, even though and you could see this because the developers of Psychonauts, I always forget their name, they just went independent and they were able to reclaim all the IP that they made for Microsoft. So now they completely own Psychonauts. So like, you know, even though Microsoft owns Banjo, they go through Rare first, and if Rare wants to do it, then they're like, okay, we'll do it. You know, and I feel like the same thing's happening with Crash. I feel like, you know, the only reason we're getting Crash in Fortnite is because, you know, Epic went to Microsoft. They were like, hey, can we get Crash or something? And Microsoft went to Activision. They were like, hey, Epic wants to do this with Crash. And then they, you know, they were like, okay, let's talk about it. So like I think that's how the chain works, just by pure speculation. I don't know how any of this works, but that's my guess as to why we get certain things from certain companies and why certain companies just don't do certain things, because it all revolves around the people that are working within that space. Background character, some of it because there's not much to do with him, but also the voice actor passed away. Yeah, yeah, rest in peace. Kano feels loose to control if you're not careful enough, and I think that's part of the reason why it's a challenge for them to have based the blue gem around Akano in Dragon On. I believe that's the name of that level. But actually give me 1 second. I am gonna go AFK, listen to the beautiful warped music. Kano as a villain would have been cool. I think if the quantum mask were to go rogue, that would be pretty detrimental to the entirety of reality.
Right. Now you've gone and done it. Them crystals are mine.
Yeah, I just need to step away to do something real quick.
Break out the bubble.
Cherries.
We're gonna make
Nice, nice. Dude, Dingo's... I'm muting for this because Dingo's thing is so god... Why does Coco never say anything in this game? Probably because, like... I don't know. I'm assuming it might be a budget thing. It could be a budget thing. They just didn't have anything for her story-wise, I suppose. Door stuck, bro. Door stuck, bro. Yeah, Debbie voiced her in the second game. Yeah, this was before she did Jimmy Neutron.
No worries, but you'll soon be up against much worse.
You don't know that, Dingo. I mean, maybe. Saw a fan theory. Dingo's a pretty great character. Did I teleport? Yes, yes, I did. I have the power of teleportation. Saw a fan theory that Engine personally created Coco, hence her being so smart with technology. I believe that she did spend a lot of time with Engine, because like there are a couple of flashback takes with Coco where Engine is the one overseeing it because Cortex was busy. So I do believe that.
Haven't we gotten far for a pair of fuzzy marsupials? I am Dr. Nefarious Tropy, master of time and creator of the very time twister machine you see before you. Uka Uka and Dr. Cortex.
Uka Uka.
Charade, so you won't be leaving my area with the crystals. I swear it.
I swear it. Ours is being re-released in September. Nice. Yeah, no, I've been wanting a Crash and Sonic, kind of collab forever, and it's kind of crazy that, Fortnite is now the one thing that we officially have that in, so I'm hoping that we can have that outside of Fortnite. It'd be really awesome to have Sonic in Crossroads. I mean, Crossroads, yeah, he's in Crossroads. Did you know Sonic's not in Crossroads yet? Sonic and Crash Team Racing 2 or Crash and Crossroads. I don't think it would ever happen, but I mean, a huge reason why I've stuck with Sonic for so long is because of the Crash franchise going dormant. Like, if Crash had stuck around I mean, like, I don't know, because at the time, I wasn't, like, a huge fan of Titans. I wasn't really a fan of Mutant either, so it's kind of hard to tell if I would have still been on board with Crash if they had kept things going in that direction. But yeah, no, I mean, like, I guess it really just depends on how that franchise would have gone going for. I would have probably still played the games. I just don't think I would have enjoyed them as much. But yeah. Once Crash went dormant, all I really had was Sonic, because it was the closest thing to Crash. And the whole reason I got into Crash Bandicoot was because I remember specifically my dad came home with the game, this game, Warped, and he was just like, you know, it looks like Sonic. I know you like Sonic, so just try this. So, yeah. So if it weren't for being into Sonic, I wouldn't have gotten into Crash, and I guess if it weren't for Crash dying in 2008, I wouldn't have become an even bigger Sonic fan. I want to say that the lip syncing in Sonic Adventure looks off because they had to dub over it. I believe that, like, most of the stuff in Adventure was I think all those cutscenes were rendered out in Japanese, so they just had the right scripts that look the match the movements of the lips. It's sort of like Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts does that too, I believe. But that's just a thing that happens in animation in general, especially anime dubbing. I want to try that voice or choice thing. Looks pretty fun. Most certainly not, probably. I just don't use it as much because I have a lot of other plans that I want to do with it that I haven't enacted on yet. DMC is one of those games where in the Japanese you can see the characters speaking English, but there's Japanese subtitles. I feel like that happens a lot with some games. Thank God these aren't the water levels from Crash Wrath of Cortex. Wrath of Cortex water levels absolutely suck. There's so many off-screen things that kill you. Why am I blonde? Because I want to be blonde. Like I said in one stream a while back, God made a mistake giving me free will. Yes, it is. And it's really wild that that happened before Smash Brothers, but you know, Smash Brothers would never. Smash Brothers just hates Crash. Sakurai hates Crash. I thought I had Aku. When did I lose Aku? Can't believe it. How could Sakurai hate the most amazing platformer mascot character of all time? Well, funny enough, that Crash Team Racing game didn't fully get canceled. It got reworked into DreamWorks All-Stars Kart. So you could still I guess, technically play it. It's just not Crash Bandicoot themed. Fuck, dude, the checkpoint was right there. It'd be really sick. It'd be really cool. It'd be really fucking awesome. I don't know. I don't know. Depends on who's the coward here. I mean, if anything, I feel like Sega should know that Crash would do extremely well in Crossworlds, considering that they published Crash Team Racing in Japan, handling most of the localization for that, and they did Insane Trilogy. So they are no stranger to knowing that Crash, you know, is a major hit. That's another reason why I hate Wrath of Cortex, the vehicle levels. Crash is my number one, I think. Out of all the platformer mascots, Crash is my number one. Crash will forever be.
So, you pesky little rats aren't going to back off, eh? Just to continue to gather crystals and see what I do.
Give me the crystal. Now you're on my time, you skunk. I don't know. There's nothing like Crash. Like, there are things that are like Crash, for sure. But there's nothing that's like Crash, you know? I don't know. It's interesting. It's an interesting experience that I just don't see really ever replicated. I spun. Didn't you throw the bottle there? Guy gave me a pass. He's like, oh, that's Crash Bandicoot right there. That's my homie. I think I just like Crash a lot more because of all the, like, the technical side of things, I guess. Just hearing about the development of Crash is so interesting. It's very entertaining. Also, it's just not afraid to hide that it's a very animated platforming game. Like, it's not afraid to hide the inspirations. That's another reason why I love Crash 4 It's About Time so much more. Just again, the amount of, like, love and effort put into all that animation stuff is just like, oh my god. It's eye candy. Yeah, there's a ton of indie games that do like a lot of like inspired things from Crash. The same with Spyro. Like, I really like that one indie game. God, I forgot the name of it, but it's got like the God, what it's got a bat in it, but I really liked that one. I know it was like a Spyro fan game before they had to turn it into some like something original because I think Activision tried to uh DMCA it. I feel like Ukulele and I really like the Hat in Time. I can't really get into Ukulele though. I just don't really like Banjo's a fine franchise, but I've just never really been so drawn to the games like everyone else has been. I don't know why. Goodbye, monkey. Boink. Didn't even realize I got all the crates there because I missed the death route, so I just assumed that I wasn't gonna get the gem. The Hat in Time is yeah, like there's a couple of games that are like that, like where it just doesn't really seem appealing to you, and then like you finally get into the flow state of it and you just really enjoy it. Because at first I didn't think I was gonna like A Hat in Time. Yeah, Anton Blast is another one of those games that take a lot of inspiration from Crash, but isn't like one to one for Crash. But like I just like it looks like an amazing game for sure, but it's just not for me. It's like Pizza Tower. Pizza Tower is just not a game for me, even though it's heavily inspired by the Wario Land games. I just every single time I pick it up and start playing it, I only play like a few levels. I'm like, all right, no, I got my feel for it. I drifted over that. I don't think that should have been possible. But it doesn't matter if I did a cool trick like that anyway, because I'm not gonna win this race. And here's why. Make me eat my words, game. You're doing a bad job at making me eat my words. Ah, shoot, hold on. There we go. Had to wait until I got back on the road before I could restart. My friend Dylan really loved that game. I just couldn't. With me, I have like a lot of issues with trying to get into RPGs. Like, you've got to really sell me on the story, I guess. Like, I don't really go out of my way to play a lot of RPGs, which is why it's taken me so long to play the Kingdom Hearts franchise. Because, like, every single time I picked it up and played a little bit of Kingdom Hearts 1, I just, like, I don't really care enough about Disney to really care enough about what's going on here. And then recently, like, I guess I just grew more attached to the characters that were a part of Kingdom Hearts rather than the Disney characters, and that's why I liked it so much more. The only other RPG that I'll go out of my way to play is Deltarune or Undertale or anything from Toby Fox, just because I really like his humor, I really like his stories, and I really like his music. His music is So goddamn good. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of turn-based either, which is why, like, I've never really played too much of, like, the Final Fantasy games. Fuck. But maybe I'll get around to it eventually. It's just, it really is just, like, one of those things that's just, like, yeah, I could see myself enjoying it, but, like, I don't think I am. Get out of the road! It's my win! Just win the race. Just win the race. Just win the win. No! Speed boost. Help me! I go. But, like, also, speaking of Paper Mario, I might get hated for saying this. I just really like Paper Mario 64. I didn't really care for Thousand Year Door. It insists upon itself. I'm just kidding. I mean, I could see how Thousand Year Door can be enjoyed, but it didn't do anything for me.
Well, you've crashed a few parties before, but I
Ho,
don't
ho, ho.
expect you to make it this far. If you don't turn back, I will inflict 1,000 years of suffering on you and the entire universe!
Yeah, how you gonna do that without the crystals, dummy? I have played a few of the Mario and Luigi games. Those were pretty fun. Never played them all the way through, but I did play a good chunk of them. Especially Bowser's Inside Story. Probably my favorite. Also, you have Yoko as the soundtrack producer for those as well. You can't go wrong with Yoko. Thousand years. It's all right. It's all right, Uka Uka. It's okay to be wrong sometimes. Just kidding. Yeah. Dun, dun. Oh. Dun, dun, dun. Maybe Uka Uka was in the Thousand Year Door all along. He knew. He knew what Mario was after. Yeah. Yoko's just so good. If I ever do a project, I hope that I can, like, do, like, a crowdfunding thing to get Yoko on something of mine, because that would just be... That'd be great. I want her to compose, like, a finale thing for me. If I ever got the chance to work with her. Because all of her final boss themes just slap. I know Yoko did that, like, collaboration album with Toby Fox for Undertale recently. Toby Fox, please. get her to compose something. The hardest Deltarune song known to man. I liked her rendition of Megalovania. Dun, dun. I've heard that the story for Paper Mario, or Super Paper Mario, is pretty good. Dun, 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 dun. Ah, I'm a frog now. Such a shame Nintendo couldn't get her back for Brothership since everyone we know from Alpha Dream is gone, including Shimura. Yeah. Maybe they can work out something. I wonder if she was just busy and maybe couldn't contribute to Brothership and that was a thing. I don't know. I remember playing a little bit of Brothership. I couldn't really get into it, but from a friend who's really into like the Mario and Luigi franchise, he said that like it is a very slow opening game. God, I can't I can't slide jump worth my life right now. Get out of the way. But yeah, no, it's a very slow beginning. I can definitely feel that slow beginning, and like it's like a what is it, like a 60-hour game almost? It's like, dude, why is this wizard such a dick? I also forget that I have the double jump sometime. I just haven't really been. What do you mean? What do you mean, dog? What do you mean? I haven't really been using the double jump all that much because I got spoiled with it in Crash 4. And every single time I've gone back and played Crash 2 and tried to do the double jump, I'm like, oh, I don't have the double jump anymore because they gave you the double jump from the beginning in Crash 4. So I just trained myself not to do double jumps anymore. And now that I actually have the double jump, I can't do anything because the fucking double jump actually exists now. And it's like, why? Why'd you do this, Toys for Bob? How could you? I think it would have been more funny if the frog design for Crash was just like he had the frog body, but he still had Crash's face. Pretty interesting. I feel like a lot of the good RPGs usually have something to do with love. Probably would be a banjo-coded thing.
Ah, you little vermin are way too stupid to understand what you're getting yourselves into. This time you've done it.
Haha, he said time. Indeed. And Aku Aku is the good twin of the evil brother Uka Uka.
Now you're on my time, you little skunk. Give me the crystals.
The crystals! You can't give you the crystals because I don't even have the crystals. I Bubsy 4D'd it. God, I love this boss fight. Too bad it's short. Actually, you know what? Speaking of, Toby Fox did something really cool in Chapter 3 that I've really loved. And that's the Tenna boss fight, changing the channel. Like, I've always wanted to have a boss fight where the entire, like, stage around you just keeps constantly changing. Dun, dun. That so many times on entropy. He can be a little tricky. Little tricky. He can be a little tricky. Dun, dun. Right, here we go. I think they changed the color of those in Insane Trilogy. Like, I think his, like, clock bombs have different colors depending on if they're high or low. Also, Entropy's fight. What the fuck was that? Why didn't my spin come out? That's funny. Entropy's boss theme is so good too. Fucking love it. The crash spin that makes you turn all white. Live stream Mario Sunshine. There's that co-op thing that is like recently came out. Me and my friend Dylan are waiting for Eclipse support. I think that would be a pretty fun thing to stream at some point. If not with him, I think Uncle Al said that he was interested in playing it, so I don't know. Maybe something with that co-op thing in the future. Didn't really miss much except me dying to entropy.
My time is up. But yours soon will be too.
Thanks for the death tornado. Entropy.
You insolent, insignificant morons! By defeating entropy, you have placed us all in grave risk!
Crash, Coco, you must realize that this time twister machine is very delicate. Without Dr. Entropy's
Not my fault.
control, who knows what it will do?
Hey, you're the idiots that decided to use it. Not my fault. Maybe you shouldn't have been tampering with time. Dumbass. Alright. Engines warp. Next. Also the warp room that has the Tomb Raider reference. There it is. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. There it is. Tomb Raider. Bum, 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 bum. Bazooka is pretty OP. So what is that gonna put me in? Sphinxinator. Tongue twister. Don't. Here, since I have Death Tornado. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Somebody stop me before I do it. Dun 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 dun. Gotta do it. Dun, dun, dun. This is a threat. Dun 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 dun. Z, how's it going? Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Yoy. Feels like an odd one out. Oh yeah, no, because it's like, even though it's a Mario game, it like it controls very weird. It definitely is the weirdest controlling one. But I like it. I honestly, Sunshine is one of my favorites of, like, I guess the would that even be counted as a mainline? I guess it would be counted as mainline because it's an introduction for Bowser Jr. I love Sunshine. I like Sunshine more than Odyssey. Like, Odyssey's fine, but I've never found myself going back to replay Odyssey that much. Ooh, I was very close to that. Dun, 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 dun. But I'm also the type of guy that likes spin-offs for Mario more than the actual mainline games, which is why Luigi's Mansion is my favorite Mario title. I'm not going for 100%. I never really go for 100% in Crash 3 just because I feel like it's the worst one to do it. Like, Crash 1 definitely has the challenge for it, but I do not like doing 100% for Crash 3. By extra life. Come here, mommy. I just want a hug. That bonus didn't count as a checkpoint? That's interesting. Ouch. Yeah, I think a lot of people just didn't really like Sunshine because it's like it was like the next 3D Mario after 64, and like it just doesn't control anything like 64. Is it gonna let me do the bonus again? Why didn't it count as a checkpoint? Weird. Have a nice fall. Odyssey definitely controls very nice for a Mario game. I just don't really like Mario that much in Odyssey. Like, for me, it's like there's just like a lot to do, honestly. It doesn't feel as rewarding for a 3D Mario game. I like how the walls were like, actually, Dave's here. Let's not close. But like, I just hate that, like, I think the one thing that disconnects me in Odyssey compared to other Mario games is like in other Mario games, like 64, for example, you have a specific thing that you have to do in the level to get the star. You do the specific thing, it gives you the star. In Odyssey, hey, you kicked the rock, here you go. Oh, you jumped twice, here you go. Oh, you hit this, here you go. I don't like how much it just keeps handing you stuff for doing like the bare minimum. It completely disconnects me from the adventure. And I like continuous runs for Mario Odyssey. Like being able to collect the collectible and then continue. Like that's very fun. But like I don't like how it's just like, hey, good job. Here you go. God, I haven't played this stage in ages in the original. At least it doesn't have the annoying flapping sound that Wrath of Cortex does. All right, Autobot. Roll out. Yoy. Just need to make it to this health crate. Health crate. I think there's a health crate over here. Health crate, no! I don't think it's gonna get delayed. I think it'll release in November. I just don't think an Ocarina of Time remake is actually really necessary. Like, I get it. But, like, eh. Just do an HD port of the 3DS version, call it a day. I mean, either way, I still just feel like it's a wasted thing, in my opinion. Just a waste of time retelling the same story that we've seen multiple times before. Could have put that effort into like a new game or something. Hello. Oops. Don't know, maybe because of the animations there is normal speed. I prefer the speed in 3D World since it feels nice. The speed in 3D World does feel nice. I just don't really like how they designed the levels in 3D. 3D World is probably like... I have such a love-hate relationship with that game. Because, like, it's fun, but, like, I just don't think I have as much fun as everyone else playing. Fire the railgun, Coco! None of this is supposed to be fun, Gromit. It's why it's called war. See you later, Seagull. Yeah, 2 Coco levels in a row. I actually didn't realize these were 2 Coco levels back to back. It was a line from Forces, yes. None of this is supposed to be fun, Vic. That's why it's called war. Says the guy that wiped out an entire army that he owned. Knuckles commits massive war crime. No one bats an eye. And that's why I don't go for time trials most of the time. Yoink. Yoink. Checkpoint. Uh-oh. Missed 4 boxes here and had to backtrack to find them. Backtracking in these stages are the absolute worst, especially when you get to a part like this where it's just like almost impossible unless you have an Aku Aku or a couple Aku Akus to sacrifice. But yeah, I think backtracking in these stages are probably the worst just because of how far away the draw distance is for some boxes. So it's just like you can't really see everything going forward. So you just got to keep going until you see something eventually. And yeah, I don't really like how the jet ski controls in Insane Trilogy either. There's a few differences in the physics in Insane Trilogy that I'm not a big fan of. Future Frenzy.
So, Crash Bandicoot, we meet again. Uka Uka and Dr. Cortex want me to teach you a lesson. Well, I've made a few modifications to my mechanics since our last encounter. So back off or be deleted.
Okay. So what does being deleted feel like? I wanna try that. Future levels have a really good theme too. Yeah, no, they did a really good job with the water in these games. Very cartoony, very lovely, very smooth. Let the water glazing begin. That sounds awesome. Probably. Probably not, I don't know. Kron would be able to tell us, I'm sure. I need to get back to playing Minecraft. I was streaming it for a little bit. But then I never went back to it. So maybe soon. I really want to do an SMP with some friends. Ouch. Remember the time Cortex and Bianca came to came some Fortnite? I'm done. I'm down, Bianca. Help me. You stole my legendary weapon, so no. Cortex and Bianca interacting with one another is something that hasn't happened, but I think it would be an interesting interaction. I'll do it for some extra lives. Bianca, please. They're reviving. Double jump, tornado spin. Double jump, tornado spin. One more extra life. Ah, dang it. Checkpoint. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh, I was gonna lose my airtime. Oh yeah, Grey Delisle. He also played Frankie. So. All right, hold on. Give me 1 second. Icky Vicky. Wetter. Oh yeah, this level with the raising water. Speaking of Wubsy, it's just reminded me of how the other day I saw like someone celebrating 20 years since WoW Wubsy. I was like, nope, that did not come out 20 years ago. Lying to me. Honestly, it's been a while since I've seen anything Fairly Odd Parents, so I might not remember that. Might remember that. I don't know. Yeah, no. They definitely put a lot into the budget. Too bad the budget looked like it ran out by the time that they were wrapping things up with it. Oh, that's a death route. No, thank you. I'm good. I don't need it. Can't tell that some of those things are, oh, holes or not. Like the little areas that are indented for, oh, fuck. For the sliding platforms. They look like holes. Movements were more jerky in season 2 compared to season 1. I feel like it usually happens with shows. Sometimes shows just at a certain point start to look a little bit more like low effort animation. Yeah, no. Miyamoto tried it out at, I believe, in E3. There's like a photo of it, which is really funny because like during E3 2019, where they're showing off Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, Izuka was seen watching people play Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. So it's just, I don't know. It's really cool whenever you see creators of different franchises checking something else out. Boom, 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 boom. Also, where's Rivet and Homer? Meanwhile, in Green Hill, in Fortnite, Homer, are you sure this is Kill Bing? Yeah. Drop the ground, lose his. Oh, he loses his shield. Oh. Good old Homer and Rivet, Fortnite gaming. All right, time for the engine fight. Boom, boom, bottom.
So, you want to go a few rounds?
What would Wubsy look like if it were hand drawn? I don't know.
See who's obsolete.
I'd imagine they'd probably look the same, but just obviously you'd be able to tell that was a hand drawn. Pressing the wrong button. God, this boss fight is such a step up from what it was in Crash 2. This is so cool. Oh, shoot. No more minigun arm for you, buddy. Would it be weird if Spyro got in Smash over Crash? I'd like both of them, but I just know it'll never happen, so I'm not getting my hopes up. Why does that sound like the spin dash sound effect from Sonic Adventure? But we're not done yet. Time for phase 2. Yikes. Might actually die here. Yoink. Yep, there it goes. Straight up Star Fox 64. It is. Ouch. Didn't think I was that close to the minigun. Yay. This is such an awesome fight to be placed on the moon. Like, fight me on the moon. Eey. Dang it. These inverted controls, man. Ouch. Dead. Not guard. Oh god, not guard. Oh, took care of that. I'll just take care of these rocket launchers. If they don't kill me first. Which they very well could be. Not today, Jen. Get out of here. Imagine dying right then and there. That's probably a true fact about taking a shot with one. You think he ended up on the moon? Wish other streamers showed their time zone like I do. I just... Hold on.
failed to defeat you.
For this we must destroy you!
Oh, my aching head. I'm not feeling myself these days. So the end is in sight. Gather another 5 crystals, and again you will have foiled my plan. Or will you?
Or will I? I saw someone tweet out the other day that like they like would recommend streamers put clocks on their streams, so I just thought, yeah, you know what? Why not? I don't know what the benefit would be, but hey, I guess it's something. Gone tomorrow. For some reason, Engine's robot thing kind of reminds you of Gamma from Sonic Adventure. I guess I could see that, yeah. Which button is it? There it is. Get WUMPAED. Can you not do it in this version? I think in Insane Trilogy you can like aim it at the camera. Dude, they should have given him his one bazooka in Fortnite. The one bazooka should have been something like a special weapon you could get. Did Cortex even want to take over the world? Kind of. Like, been his whole goal. Like, his whole reason for wanting to take over the world was because his family made fun of him, and, like, a lot of people that he just interacted with just didn't ever really believe in him. So that's why he wanted to make the Cortex Commandos and whatnot. He wanted to prove that he was something. He was somebody. This level's giving me the world that never was kind of vibes. Ah, dang. Oh, thought my double jump would save me there. Yeah, no, that's like the only downside to using the bazooka. You have to stand still. Yeah, well, that's just how it be sometimes. Why didn't I just use the bazooka? Never gonna have flying cars because they're not practical. Yeah, no, they're not practical at all. Everyone would have to be a pilot. The idea is cool, but uh-oh. All right. Well, that's okay. We don't need the bonus. I can just get an extra life like that. Fuck. First time I've heard Crash go whoa in a long time. Whoa. I'm sure there would be some kind of failsafe kind of thing for running out of gas. Well, I don't know. It'd be really interesting to figure out, but flying cars aren't really necessary. Vortex towers. Engine rockets. I'm not sure how it would stay up in the air. I don't think it would be anti-grav. It'd be some form of being able to just take off. Architect gets his own futuristic city while Eggman and Wily just builds billion fortresses and space stations or even castles. Well, Eggman did make a theme park once. It was a deadly theme park, but he made one. Whoops, wrong one. Up to the future. Would happen in the 2000s. Just was never promised for us, I suppose. Dum, dum. Pick you, Cap. How dare you run in my way? Um. Back then, it was just, we were so creative, and now we've become so bland. I really do feel like as time has progressed, that just like everything has become so like bland. Like looking back at the 2000s, websites were popping, you know? Like YouTube, you could customize your entire web page with HTML. Like you could make it feel like your own personalized website. And now what you can do is just change the cover and the photo and then rearrange your videos and playlists. Like I feel like we've oversimplified everything. Like I don't know. I miss the Y2K graphics. Everything's so bland. Yeah, I liked how 7 looked and Vista. Vista looked alright too. I'll forever love XP though. XP was very, spent a lot of time with XP, Windows 7 growing up. Yeah, Fruitigo. Those two are just like hand in hand some of the best design philosophies of all time. Like I know it's ancient now, but like oh my god, dude. There was just so much personality given with them. Now you've got companies like coming out with like, hey, we changed our logo. And it's just like a slight color adjustment. Meanwhile, the graphic designer that did that gets like $1 billion. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I feel like not a lot of people care about design anymore. Kind of sucks. Or they'll just get AI to do it for them, and it'll look even worse. Like, I understand, you know, maybe you don't have the money for, like, a professional graphic design or something like that. But, like, genuinely looking at, like, AI generated posters, they all look the same. Like, how can you be happy with something that just looks like a throw up, but also is replicating the exact same 20 other posters that's been AI generated? Well, thankfully, Warcraft is still around. Club Penguin can be enjoyed through that like service that brought it back. Like we have people that like are dedicated to bringing those games back. And again, I've said it before, I want to do a full playthrough of Cartoon Network Fusion Fall, which actually a fan server for that in Open Fusion called Retribution just did a huge update that graphically overhauls it to look a little bit more modern. It's not too modern, but it keeps a lot of the design philosophies intact, but they like updated the models for some of the stuff and it looks kind of new. But I do want to do like a full playthrough of Fusion Fall at some point. Cuz that's like another thing that I kind of miss about the old Cartoon Network era, the Fusion Fall and just like the Cartoon Network city aesthetic. Companies used to pride themselves with the IPs that they owned. Now it's all about, well, this live service game is making a ton of money, so let's do that. We've truly lost our way in the creative industry. Yeah. I don't know. It's just so sad. It really is. As a graphic designer myself, it's sad to see just how oversimplified everything is. It's just like no one wants to be creative anymore. Ah, damn it, dude. Ben 10's model in Fusion Fall reminds you of X. Yeah, it is an interesting era that they were going for with that. They were making it very anime inspired, which I don't have an issue with. I thought that was pretty cool. Seeing all the different Cartoon Network characters redesigned to be more anime-like. Never been too big into MMOs, but like that one I remember drastically like impacted me because I remember like growing up, I was watching Cartoon Network and I saw that advertised and I was like, oh my god, I want to play this. But coming from a family that didn't really spend too much money on certain things because of income, I never got to truly experience like a subscription to it. I only ever got to play like the beginning portion because that was the only thing you had access to unless you paid for the subscription service. And I've gone back and played through a bit of it when Fusion Fall Retro was a thing. But when Fusion Fall Retro got taken down, I lost all that progress. I just was like, man, it sucks. And I've played a little bit of it on Open Fusion too. I really want to sit down and actually appreciate it for what it was. Move out the way. It's just so surprising that live service games, I'll catch up in chat in a minute, but I did see the message about same cop car, same time. Live service game, it's the funny thing about live service games. And I can't stress enough how funny it is because of it's happening literally again with that Horizon game that PlayStation was making, where like they're like, okay guys, we're gonna pump a bunch of money into this massive online multiplayer free-to-play game and nothing could go wrong. And now we're hearing that like people didn't really like the MMO and that they're gonna go in and overhaul it. It could potentially get canceled. Like, it's just like, you guys keep wasting money on the exact same thing, and it fails constantly. Like, come on, you're not noticing the pattern here. You wasted an entire console generation on trying to make live service games work, and they just didn't work. Like, it just gets to a point where it's just like, you know, if everything's a live service game and everything's going subscription based, then you're gonna probably have like a lot of people just not playing it because they're already dedicated to one specific thing or a couple of specific things. Like, I don't get the idea of the future being subscription based models because that's like the worst direction you could take the entertainment industry. No one's gonna want to pay for a subscription when they're already paying for like 15 other subscriptions. $15 a month, Spotify. $15 a month, YouTube Premium. $20 a month, Disney Plus. You know, like everything's going subscription service, and I just don't think that's sustainable. I really don't think that the subscription service model is a sustainable source of income for any kind of company, unless you're already well made into it. You know, if you made a live service game back when live service games were dominating, then yeah, obviously your live service game is going to survive. Do we scrap cable again to get away from subscription-based services? But hey, guess what? We're back. Streaming is TV again, I guess. God, dude. All these people in the higher-ups just don't get it. They don't. They think they get it because it's like, oh, well, this generates money. But they don't get it. They really don't. I'd like because, like, we've seen it happen before. The McDonald's, you remember that thing with the McDonald's CEO taking a bite out of their, like, arch burger and, like, he looked disgusted at it? Like, dude, the CEOs and corporate people need to start putting themselves in the shoes of the consumers and actually looking at the products that they're managing. Because, like, I guarantee you, if half the people that were like, oh, I know how to make money, actually looked at what was going on, they would be like, oh, this shit sucks, dude. Yeah, they have subscription services for cars, coffee machines. They have subscription service for car washes. How many times do you wash a car? A subscription service for a car wash. Like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Ah, damn. Next, you're gonna tell me that I'm gonna need to pay a monthly subscription to keep my food in my refrigerator cold. It's gonna get to a point where electric cars are gonna just not start up because you didn't pay the subscription service. I'm not giving them ideas. They already have these ideas. They know what they're doing. They're slowly rolling it into it. Please watch this ad before you can open up your door. The future could not be any more dystopian. Dude, actually, speaking of dystopian, I don't even know how this happened, right? This sounds like some supervillain shit, right? You ready for this? There's a startup in California that got approval from some kind of government branch, I forget which one, to make a satellite that can redirect sunlight at night to help. They're saying that it'll help construction workers at night. Sunlight is about to become a subscription service, guys. I don't even God, dude, like, I get that you're trying to say, hey, this will benefit these guys. Yeah, I'm sure it would. But is it going to just be used for that? Or is that going to be taken advantage of quite rather quickly? Like, like you're saying that it's for the construction workers, but how long is it going to be before they start charging other people? Like, it's like how, like, all these data centers keep popping up. And people don't want them because it's going to raise the electricity bill. And it's just like, yeah. People shouldn't have to pay extra for something that the government is allowing. Like, it's not a hard concept, guys. I don't know. It's just stupid. That too. It's like, what benefit does this give us? Oh, but they need the data centers for the AI models that they're using. I'm sorry. Just don't use AI. Well, there are some construction things that happen overnight. Like, you know, you do get some construction crews that have like the day off and then their shifts are at night because, like, you know, when you're paving a road, you don't want it to be happening during the day. Or like if you're doing road work, you want it to be more handled at night because there's less people driving. Less of an interruption to the commute. So I, you know, like there are like instances where that would be pretty good, you know, I guess, but like it's gonna help them, but at the same time, it's gonna also disrupt other people in that area because like other people want to sleep. They're gonna open up their window and see this giant satellite just casting sunlight on everything. Big. Don't get me started, Amazon, man. This whole like AI training model thing. Oh god, dude. I have that turned off. And it made me think twice about streaming the Twitch again, honestly. But like the fact that in that like interview thing that happened and they were like, oh yeah, we decided to make it opt-in because we knew if it was opt-out, people would just automatically opt out or, you know, opt out immediately. And it's like, you don't say, really. You don't say? Yeah, so again, I don't really understand why they're doing it because it's just like, what purpose do you get from using AI training models on Twitch streamers unless you're planning to do like an AI generated like Twitch stream, which at that point I think that is like the stupidest thing anybody could ever come up with because it's just like, who is gonna watch an AI generated content creator? I don't know, but like they've started doing like AI model training on Twitch streamers for some reason. I don't know. I think it's like the stupidest thing ever. But you can turn it off. I've turned it off on my channel. Other creators have turned it off on their Twitch channel, but it's just like, why? What benefit does that give you? Like, at all? What are you going to use it for? Doom scroll on Facebook, probably. I just don't know. It's so stupid. It's just like I don't understand the the idea behind it. Like I don't know. We have opened Pandora's box with AI. There is no going back. Fine, I won't get extra lives. That didn't... Okay. That's weird. But enough AI talk. Crash Bandicoot. That was the 3rd level of this area?
Crash, Coco, remember, it is not only Dr. Cortex that we battle. Beware of Uka Uka, my children. He is a far more dangerous enemy than anyone can
I
imagine.
probably remember it, but I don't at the same time, just because, like, I don't try to keep up with the bad news stuff just because, like, You want to... want to double check something about this game. Yeah. It was very unfortunate, his passing. But he did a great job. And Greg Eagles is doing a solid job with the role, too. Pays a lot of respect. Yeah. I partially want to believe that the reason that happens is because the people that made Bash didn't really know too much about the story, and they were like, alright, let's do it. Even though the Ancients, like, allowed them to fight in this game. Unless they're insinuating that Bash takes place before 3. Yeah. I believe he's... I want to say he started in Twinsanity. Uh-oh. He might have voiced him in Wrath of Cortex, though. I don't know. I wish they gave you a reticle for this game. Or this level. I mean... I don't know who those people are, so I don't really have much of a comment. I like how they gave these planes collision, but they just don't do any damage to you. Meow. Hey, I just got that health crate. 6. No one will stop me. I'm gonna make a compilation video of every single time I've said 6, 7 throughout these streams. See, I used to think 6, 9 was funnier. But 6, 7 really grew on me. What? That didn't... Oh, I think the way that it, like, snapped me back on track, like, I thought I took out that plane. There goes. Yes, I believe that was a WW2 time period. 25. I wish they had done another level like this in this game. I think this is the only level that's in this game. They did like a really dark motorcycle level in the secret warp room. I do remember that. With the UFOs and whatnot. That was pretty cool. Thanks for breaking that crate for me. They were like, yep, we don't know what else to do with this level. Here's 3 Akus. Go ham. Oh, shoot. Thought my death tornado spin would hit him. I think they're fine. They're probably one of my favorites. Oh, so funny. Oh god. Dun, 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 dun. I'm so close to saying it, guys. I'm not gonna say it. It's gonna happen eventually. Gonna have to say it at least once. Get it out of my system. Tung 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 tung. Tung 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 tung. Tung tung Sahar. There we go. Yes, because Crash falls into a bottomless pit in the biker levels and Aku takes him out. Yeah, that was pretty funny. I know. Thank you for laughing at my joke, Cortex. I know. I usually would be angry at brain rot too, but
Once again, you have outsmarted and outspun my best henchman. I should be rather upset, shouldn't I?
And in fact,
sure.
we're furious! But it seems you have overlooked one small detail, you little orange delivery boy. Now that you have gathered all the crystals, all we have to do is
Take them from you. Okay. Yes, Sonic and Brainray are in Fortnite.
Crash Bandicoot, for the last time, give the crystals to me.
I do love his dialogue if you get all the stuff in this game, though. It is very cool. Also, the fact that Cortex's theme here is a remix of all Cortex themes mashed together is just... Ugh. No. Ah, dang it. Focusing on Cortex, yeah. The worst shine in Sunshine, I'm maybe the Pachinko secret level. Oh. You and your frickin' auto shield. Come here, Cortex. Come here. We're gonna go to Walmart. Yoink. Gotta get on my system, guys. I think my goal is to be the most annoying person ever now. That's what I'm gonna live my life as, the most annoying person ever. Dun, 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 dun. I will be insufferable. And I will win. Damn it. I think I vaguely remember the lily pad one. I don't know. Some of the stuff for Sunshine I'm not too memorable of. Even though I just played through it again, like, a couple of days ago, weeks ago. Don't. I think it's just a mix of their powers together. Obviously, they're using some pretty ancient magic, so I'd imagine if anyone were to get hit by it, it would vaporize them like that. Yeah, the pachinko machine, I know, is pretty annoying. Dang it. I like how Cortex just jams to his own theme for a little bit. He's like, this is my jam. Oh, yeah. Get a load of this. Full systems. Full power. No, Cortex. Please. Yeah, the collision doesn't really help it either. I'm almost convinced they were not playtesting that level at all. They were just like, yep, let's put it in. That's it. We did it once. Yeah. Once is enough. It's always either going to be the bomb, something from Uka Uka. Those are going to be the two main things for this fight. Yeah, no, it was rushed. Alright. Try this again. Damn it, dude. I wish the shield would go down earlier. Like, I feel like the shield would be... It would be much easier if the shield went down, like, after maybe he throws a third bomb. Yeah, I still have a fun time with Sunshine. I think I do like Sunshine more than 64. Like, 64 is fine. I just lose enjoyment after I'm done with pretty much everything on the first floor. Like, once you get to the basement, I'm just like, it's okay. It just lost sort of its sauce. The two jewels. How are you doing? Dun, 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 dun. Fuck, dude. Damn it. I know that some people were disappointed with the Wrath of Cortex, but the game made in less than a year by a different team, unlike these games. Yeah, no, it is one of those unfortunate parts where it's just like a game is rushed. So, like, you know, like, I wish Wrath of Cortex was better, but if it weren't for Wrath of Cortex, we wouldn't have Twinsanity. If it weren't for Wrath of Cortex, we wouldn't have Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time, so. Bum, 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 bum. Got it. Now just to survive them clashing. Can you clash over there? Can you clash over there? Can you clash? Get in the center cortex.
Defeated again? This is not fair. Maybe I should retire to a nice big beach with a nice big drink and a woman with nice big bags of ice for my head.
It's not over, Bandicoot. There are still the gems. We still have a chance to triumph.
Yeah, whatever. You're not Brio. Boom, 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 boom. All right, there you go. Crash 3. But we're not done yet because there's something I want to check out. Let me just figure out how to do it real quick. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. I got a pair of Nikes. I remember when they did, I think it was for Team Rumble, they did like custom, I think they did custom Nikes for some influencers, which I'm a little jealous of because it's like, God damn it. Bum, 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 I'm good. Actually, no, I don't. What is it? Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Bum, bum, ba-dum. I mean, Warped is fun. I do enjoy Warped for what it is. I just still personally really like Crash 2 a little bit more, and that's just simply because of like I don't know the difficulty that Crash 2 still has intact. Not saying that Crash 3 isn't difficult, but like it just feels like a more realized version of what Crash Bandicoot 1 was with Crash 2. Okay. Alright, no problem, Versal. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a good one, buddy. Alright. Where's the game capture? It's a window capture. It's a window capture. Alright. So now think I'm gonna have to restart this. Nope. Why is it not? Why is it not detecting it? I don't know. I will figure that out because I do want to try something. All right, Ink, no problem. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you have a good one. So I just need to make a small adjustment to this thing. So where would that be? Enable 8 megabytes of RAM. Go to thermal. Then that's right. 400. Yeah, I guess. And where is that video at? Yeah, the composer did music for Lassie Chupel. She's very cool, very cool. I don't know. They're like AI. I'm going to hope that this works because this is really cool. And I really, really want to play it. Ink. Hope this works. I'm not gonna capture the screen just yet, just in case it doesn't work. Gonna find out. Yep, it's working. Window capture. Yeah. Oh, dude, I can't wait. Oh my god. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. So this is a mod created by Boxy Funk, I think. Oh, dude, this is so sick. It's a custom track, and it's TV World from Deltarune. Dude, this gonna look so sick. Oh my gosh. I've only seen snippets of it. I don't know what the entire track looks like, but I'm super excited. I haven't really been keeping up with custom tracks for this game. Dude. There's the music. Oh, dude, this looks awesome. Do, 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 do. Oh my god. I want to learn how to make custom tracks for this game so bad. I'm sure there's a bit of a learning curve to it, but I would not mind or be a Star Walker. Who's the Star Walker? The original Star Walker. Oh my god, dude, I did Star Walker. I have Star Walker. Don't mind the thing that just fell. Star Walker. Star Walker. We saw the Star Walker. Oh my god. Ooh. Oh no. The Wild West. Oh, that's awesome. Do they have like different channels? Or is that the only channel? Do 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 do. See, I didn't mention Tenna for no reason earlier. I knew this was coming. Oh my god. It's perfect. I'm not gonna be able to hit any of these shortcuts because I'm not a veteran at CTR. I just love playing it for the game. But fuck, dude, this is awesome. I need more Deltarune tracks. I want a Deltarune racing game so bad. I went this path last time. There he is, the Star Walker. Dude. Do 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 do. I would not be opposed to Deltarune making it into Sonic Racing Crossworlds. I don't think it would happen. Toby Fox has a song in there though, so anything's possible. We need Tenna as a racer. I know you can do custom characters. Where's the Tenna mod? I need the Tenna mod. Put Tenna over Pinstripe. Yo, Rose, how's it going? Here, I'll go the normal route since I've taken the shortcut so many different times. Oh, but we can take this. Yeah, I'm gonna take a little slow here. No, no, I want to see the Star Walker. Show me Star Walker. I want to talk to Star Walker.
Wrong way.
I know I'm going the wrong way.
Wrong way.
I don't know about a Toy Story map. I think there might be one. There's a couple of custom maps that I know. Dude, look at him. Does he have collision? He does. He's the original Star Walker. Not having CTR2 news pisses him off. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, you can see the dark fountain in the background. I didn't even see that. I must be blind because it was like literally all right there.
Think you're fast, eh? Well, let's see if you can beat my fastest time on this track.
I don't think so, Entropy. That's fine. It's all right. I know when to stop. I know when my skill level has been reached. Dude, TV World is so sick as a track. I need to check out more Crash Team Racing custom tracks soon. All right, let me check something. All right. So, I know you're just getting here, Rose. But I have been streaming for quite a bit. We finished up Crash 3. I wanted to check this out because I thought it looked fun. Maybe I'll do a stream where I'm just going through a bunch of CTR custom tracks. I think that could be a fun thing to do. Or maybe we'll do a stream of just going through CTR as a thing. I don't know. We'll see. So I am gonna end it here. Thanks to everybody that stopped by and hung out for a bit. It was a lot of fun. Had a lot of great conversations, great time hanging out all around. And yeah. Stay tuned. We'll be playing more stuff soon. I'll try the stream again tomorrow. And yeah. All right. Well, boy, take care. Have fun. Yeah. It's all I gotta say. Have fun.